guys! Today I'm going to do a little bit of a different video. I'm going to do 22 things for turning 22. I am going to do 11 things that I've learned and 11 things that I kind of want to get done before I turn 23. Now there is a guy making a lot of noise outside my window with some sort of gardening equipment and I have waited as long as I possibly can before I'm going to lose the light. But if he comes back this way, he seems to have moved away and it's a little bit quieter right now, but if he comes back, I'm sorry you guys. Also, I'm sure I'm not adding anything new with these things I've learned or the things that I want to achieve. These are all well-worn concepts, but I hope you enjoy anyway and maybe take something from this video. And either way, it's a nice thing to look back on for me or for you guys when I am further down the line in my life. The first thing is there are two things you can't do enough of, and that's read and travel. Now that's within reason. Like if you're traveling and then you've made yourself completely bankrupt and you have no money, or if you're reading so much you're not participating in normal human life, that's obviously not good. But as a general rule, you can't do enough of either of those things. So if you get the opportunity, reading and travelling for me are my absolute favourite things to do, and I would do as much of it as possible. The second thing I've learned in my 21 years is that not all criticism is bad and that a lot of it is genuinely constructive, but I do think you have to be able to differentiate between the types of criticism and when criticism becomes excessive or just mean. I do think you have to be able to differentiate between that type of criticism and ignore that, because that's not constructive to your life. But there's lots of criticism out there that is constructive, and I do take on board criticism you guys give me, criticism people in my life give me, my tutors, all of that kind of stuff. I think it's important to be able to do that as a life skill. But yeah, you can't please everyone. You've got to like balance the two of those sides really, but you can't please everyone at the end of the day. My third thing is actually a really important one. I've learnt never to underestimate the importance of my friendships. Friendships can be extremely fulfilling, just like romantic relationships or familial relationships. And some of your friends, the ones that stick around, the ones that stay in your heart forever, are going to be some of the loves of your life. So I have definitely learnt to cherish my friendships. I have learnt that I am not perfect and that I'm never going to be perfect, and I can't help that. And I've definitely learnt in the last couple of years to get over my perfectionism a little bit. It's still there. It's definitely still there, but I am making progress with it. I've definitely learnt that in order for me to be productive, I need to plan. Planners are my friend. That I don't know, is anyone productive if they don't plan? Let me know, you guys. I've learnt probably in the last year or so to love my body a bit more. I've never really liked it that much, but I'm just accepting it now. It's my body, it works, so I should just accept it and appreciate it. Now, I've definitely seen this one going around recently, but I've learnt definitely in the last year or last couple of years that nobody has any idea what the hell they're doing. Like, adults just don't know what they're doing. Like, I pay taxes now and rent and all sorts, and I just don't even know how I ended up there in my life. Like, how did that happen? I kind of am being an adult and I still feel like a baby and I don't know what I'm doing. So I've kind of stopped worrying about that a little bit. Like, when am I going to learn to be an adult? Probably never. I'm probably going to learn as I go along. I've also learned decluttering a little bit every day helps, rather than having to do like a big clean. I've been trying over the past few months to do a little bit every day, and it's really helped when I've stuck to it. I've also learned that you can't fix someone else or really change someone else unless they want themselves to change. And this is quite a hard one if you're seeing someone that's like suffering, or a friend that's suffering, or a loved one that's suffering. It can be really hard to just say, do you know what, there's only so much I can do here. They have to put the rest of the work in. Remembering that you can't fix people, and equally people can't fix you, is very important. Definitely never be afraid to let go of anyone that is unhealthy to you, that makes you upset constantly. It's no bad thing to just let them go out of your life. My final thing that I've learned, you really don't need to know who you are as like one complete person. I feel like sometimes you're told to be yourself or this, that and the other, but really I'm lots of different people, or I have lots of different aspects of myself that come out with different people in different situations, and I've just learned to accept that. I think I will always be that way. I think most people are that way. I feel like be yourself is such a hard like piece of advice to take, because without getting too philosophical and existential, like who is yourself really? Because you can't be the self you are when you're completely alone, because that's a different type of self. Do you guys know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I have stopped worrying about trying to be some sort of cohesive personality, because it's not going to happen. I'm different at different times. Sometimes because of hormones. Okay, on to 11 things I've learnt now to make up my 22. I would really like to stop worrying so much about what other people think of me. I actually am pretty good at this, especially with people that I don't know personally, but with people that are close to me, sometimes I get really het up and worried about it. I really want to go to Japan. I don't know whether this is actually going to happen before I'm 23, but if the opportunity presents itself, I am going to Japan. I am desperate to go to Japan. So I guess my 22nd year is going to be mostly about finishing my degree. So I'd really like to get a good degree. I'd like to finish on a high, and I'd also like to have applied for another year of study, like a master's, hopefully down in London. So that's something I want to do in my 22nd year of life. Or is it 23rd technically? I would love to exfoliate more, because I'm really terrible at exfoliating. I need to get one of those big body brushes and like do it in the shower and just get it done. And also I want to look after myself more as a general rule, just so I'm always like well groomed, you know? I want to read more and watch less TV. In term time, when I'm reading my course books and stuff, I always let go of my own reading, and I think that's natural and kind of normal, but I would still like to read more, because there's so many books that I want to read in the world. I want to start getting up earlier. I'm actually slowly getting better at this. I'm one of those people that can sleep until 2, and I did that through, whenever I had the opportunity, that's what I did throughout most of my teenage years. But I'm definitely learning that getting up slightly earlier can make my life so much easier, and it's nice to see the daylight. So I would like to start getting up earlier. I want to have a better turnover of stuff. My life is full of stuff that I just seem to accumulate, and I want to be better at getting rid of it. I want to have a more pared down wardrobe, makeup collection, whatever. I want to just let go of more stuff. I'm a real hoarder, so I'm going to try and cultivate some sort of new sense of minimalism in my life. So I have real spurts of productivity when I am just on the ball, really good at it. My time management is ace, and then I get really burnt out and I go into slumps of nothingness. So I would really like to maintain some sort of level of productivity and like good planning, good time management for lengthier periods of time. I really want to plan my spending better. The thing is with being freelance is that payments are so irregular, so I need to get a little bit better with my planning, my financial planning. So I need to get on that in my 23rd year, and I need to start saving as well, because I got a lot of things that I want to save for in my adult life. I want to go to the gym, especially when I'm back at uni, not so much now because I'm going to be travelling a lot this summer, but I want to go to the gym at least once a week. Come on guys, I can do once a week. I would also like to cook more things that aren't pesto pasta mostly, because that's what I tend to make when I'm just stuck for things to cook. I can cook. I actually have made a lot of meals in my lifetime, but I just get really lazy, particularly at uni, so I want to cook more and healthier as well. So those are my 22 things for 22. I know lots of people have done this kind of video before, so I'm not exactly sure where this idea has come from, and I think I've done like a variation on it. I don't know, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching. My birthday's on the 2nd of July, in case you're wondering. I will see you in my next video. Bye!